Capcom just announced some fantastic Monster Hunter Wilds news detailing more about Title Update 1 that directly addresses many of the concerns brought up in the reviews for the game. First, they announced the return of the Gathering Hub and the Canteen, which are currently missing from the game. Both of these are staples of the Monster Hunter franchise, and there was a lot of disappointment when people found out that they were missing. Even though Wilds doesn't lack for food cutscenes, there's something special about everyone eating together at the table, and Capcom seems to agree. What's really interesting to note is that these are only available after finishing the story, which has me really curious about what happens in the end. I'm guessing that near the end of the story, we gain access to some new location that makes sense to be a permanent base for the Hunters Guild for one reason or another. That's the only reason that I can think of to prevent other players from using it from the start. I'm hoping that there's a fifth reason that we don't know about, and I can't wait to see what it looks like, especially if our new Gathering Hub is based there. They also describe it as a place to meet, communicate, have meals together, and more. I'm sure that I could go on and on about speculation on what that more means, but since I don't feel like ranting for an hour right now, I'll just say that I hope it's for whatever the first siege fight is. I bet that siege fights would look incredible in the Wilds engine if the trailers are anything to go off of. I also hope that this lays down the foundation for us to have our eventual housing system again, since that's another big feature that's missing in Wilds. Having a place to play with and feed the captured endemic life was amazing, and I know that many others want it back as well. The next piece of news is that we're also getting an additional monster alongside Mizitsune in the title update. What's important here though is that it comes along with a new difficulty level above Tempered. Who knows if it'll be Arc Tempered or something else entirely, but this is going to make so many people happy. Difficulty is the most controversial topic to come out of the reviews, with many saying that the game feels too easy. This has been dominating the conversation around the game all across social media. Some people were worried that we'd have to wait until Mastering to have more challenging stuff to do. It's safe to say that we don't have to worry anymore. I hope that this new difficulty level also gets extended throughout the base roster. I'm willing to bet that it'll happen with the event quest that we'll get throughout the year. This will also be a good way to get more armor and weapon variety, which is nice that the base roster is as small as the reviews say it is. And for the last piece of news, we learned that we can expect Title Update 1 to come out in early April. They describe this as giving us a month to get used to the new game and prepare for all the challenges to come, which definitely gets me excited. My dream is for this to be the most supported Monster Hunter ever. It's also important to note that they certainly didn't just react to the reviews and decide to add the Gathering Hub back. This stuff takes time to make, and it was probably in the cards for a while now, but just ended up on the list of things that wouldn't take priority for launch. Considering that the current hubs in the game do almost everything that a Gathering Hub can do, it makes sense that it got deprioritized. Likewise, Capcom is no doubt aware that a lot of hunters want the harder fights, so mentioning this now gives us peace of mind. Are there any features that you're hoping for in future updates? Let me know in the comments or join the Wilds Haven Discord to talk about it with me and the growing community of hunters there. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in Wilds.